Good morning. Today we're going to talk about how to actually manage your Vendasta clients. So this task is going to fall under the go through listings and verify correct task. You'll get that task weekly for each one of your clients that has reputation management. So the first thing that you're going to do is log in to the Vendasta dashboard. Now it's important to remember that each one of our partners traditionally has its own Vendasta platform. So what I'm looking at right now, I have access to all of my clients that are Dream Local Direct clients. So they're all in the Dream Local Vendasta account. Now, if you have clients that are in a different partner's jurisdiction, like federated, you will also have login for that partner's Vendasta platform. So make sure you're logged into the proper platform, and then what you're going to do is go over here to the left-hand side and choose the client that you wish to manage. Right now you can see that I have Fuller Auto Mall chosen. If I want to switch locations, all I have to do is click on this drop-down menu. And the first couple are going to show up. If I do view all, it's going to give me the list of all of the locations that I have access to. We'll go ahead and stay with Fuller for this. Now what you're going to be concerned with for each one of these clients is reputation management. So that's denoted with the gold star. You're going to go ahead and click on reputation management. And then when that loads, this is going to be your dashboard for Fuller Auto Mall. You can see up here in the top right-hand corner which company you're working on. This first screen just gives you an overview. For the purposes of fulfilling that task, the go through listings and verify correct, first thing that you're going to do is actually click on the listings. So you can see a listing score up here. It gives you a little brief summary of you have 11 listings that are accurate, 2 with possible errors, and 16 that are not found. So the first thing that you want to make sure is that you've watched the first video and that your Vendasta account is all set up so that you're only tracking relevant listings for that business. So when you come in here to check on your listings, you're going to be concerned with the ones in the yellow and the red. No need to worry about any of the ones that are in the green. When it has a red X, that means that no listing is being found. So even when you do view possible matches, nothing's going to come up. Now for a lot of these listings that have the red X, you will have the option to enter the URL for that company's listing right into the system here. So if you come in and Dealer Rater is coming up with a red X, you have the option here to go to the actual Dealer Rater site, search for your business, and if they have a listing, copy the URL, paste it here so that Vendasta can pick up on that. So the same thing, you can see that when I click on the view possible matches for Yelp, I'm coming up with a whole bunch of possible matches. If none of these are mine, you don't have to worry about it. Just leave those be. But then here at the bottom, I also have the option to pop the listing in there if I want to and add it. Now for the red X's, if it is a site that you can easily go into and add a listing for your client. So let's say when I go to Dealer Rater, I can very quickly claim a listing. I can say this is my business, use the Google login information that we have for the client, should be in the password note in the project in Salesforce, and then you can go ahead and claim that listing for the client. If you get to the website and you notice, okay, DealerRater is a site that I have to pay $10 a month for my client to be listed, then we just leave it as is. We're not going to set up an account that has a paywall on it. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the red X's. Now for a client like this that has 16 red X's, there's no need to go through and do that for each one of them in that week's task. So if you have 16 red X's and every week pick 2 or 3 of them to really kind of dig in and go through and say, okay, I'm going to go to the DealerRater site. I'm going to check and see what it's all about. And then you can add notes here too, so that if a strategist in the future takes over, you can add a note that says DealerRater is a paid for site. We will not be creating a listing on that, so that we know. Now, the second thing you're going to be concerned with are these yellow caution symbols. So when you come to a listing that has the yellow caution, you want to go ahead and hit Show Details. And we can see that the 2 places where it's not matching up to the information that we entered in, which is right up here in the top right-hand corner, this is the listing information that we have noted is correct for the client. A couple of different phone numbers there. So you want to come down to that caution symbol and you can see Fuller Auto Mall. They've made Auto Mall one word here, where we've got it as 2. Phone number here, you can see there's a comparison. It'll show me this is the accurate information and this is the possible error. Now, if the only error in this listing was that Auto Mall was 1 word and not 2, chances are I would hit Ignore Errors, because that's not a big enough error that someone couldn't still find Fuller Auto Mall on the Better Business Bureau website. As for the phone number, that might take a little bit more digging. I want to make sure that maybe this is another alternate phone number that they have. Lots of businesses have several 800 number lines that go to different departments. So this may actually be a valid phone number. So if I do find out that this is a valid phone number, I can go ahead and hit Ignore Errors, because the errors in this listing are not significant. Same goes for if you have an error showing up and it's something like in the listing, they have abbreviated street, while in our listing information, maybe we've spelled out street. Those type of discrepancies are not important, and we can go ahead and hit Ignore Errors on that. So that's what you want to go ahead down and do for your clients. Check out all the red ones and the yellow ones. Once you've gone through that, the next piece of fulfilling that task is coming into reviews. So when you come into the review tab, you'll get an average rating, the amount of total reviews that Vendasta has picked up on, and then gives you a little chart here so that you can kind of see what the ratings are. And then as you scroll down below the word cloud, you can see the reviews are in reverse chronological order. So the most recent ones are here at the top. So you want to scroll down through and make sure that nothing new has come in since the last time you were in here. So 4 months ago, I was in here last week. There's no reason to be sending that on to the client. Should you have a new review here at the top, that's when you need to screenshot that review, go into Salesforce, into that client's project, post the screenshot for the CSC on that account, and then go ahead and let them know this review came into Facebook. This is our proposed response, or we plan on using this in future content plan because it's a positive review. So once you've gone down through the reviews and taken care of anything that needs attention, you have fulfilled everything that you need to do for that go through listings and verify correct task. Another thing to look in on every now and then is definitely the mentions tab. This isn't necessarily so much a vital part of completing that task, but if your client is frequently talked about in newspapers or in other people's blog posts, that will show up here, and that's a great way to gather content resources for the future. So that concludes the video for managing Vendasta clients. You'll be doing this once a week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask your manager, and they'll be happy to help. Thank you.